Hi, welcome to Mouse Ears and Mommy Tears, the podcast where we balance parenthood in the world of Disney. We're your hosts, Natalie,
Jen, and Nicole.
Each week we will discuss topics about being former Disney kids turned Disney adults to now Disney moms. Stay with us while we unravel this hot mess express.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Another day, another podcast, episode 13. How is everybody doing? How's everybody's day?
Rough. Yeah, it's been a long week. I was looking forward to talking to you guys, just hanging. It was a rough one.
Yeah, on Wednesday. So I got very discombobulated on Wednesday. I was convinced that it was Friday to the point where I woke up and I was confused.
Was happy?
No, because Chuck's home from work on Fridays. Like he works at home. Wednesdays he goes into the office. Wednesday I woke up as if it was Friday because he drops the kids off. He was not there because he was at the office. So I was like an hour behind schedule. I was convinced it was Friday all day.
I just came back from vacation, so I had a load of all the stuff that I needed to do. I have like extra stuff and a lot of open-ended questions because my boss is out right after I came back. So it's been nuts. And then I get this Teams message and I'm like, oh my God, what did I mess up? Did I mess up something of yours? And she's like, no, I'm just calling to see if you're okay. And I'm like, that's it? She's like, yeah, how you doing? Is there some kind of memo going around where it's like, someone check on Natalie. She's not okay. It's like,
you just came back from Disney. Like you need a mental health check-in after going back to work. It's
right.
a thing.
Everyone knows it's like, okay, there's a lot going on right now in the recruitment department and your boss isn't here and things are crazy and you just came back from vacation. So we want to make sure you're all right. So everyone knew it was that kind of week.
It really was.
But I did want to mention to you guys about a Disney debacle I had this week.
Oh boy.
So it started out not so good, but ended really great. So it's a good story. I shipped a box back from my Disney trip back home. When I do that, I always leave it at the front desk and they call UPS to pick it up and there's no issues. But I go to Kidani Village this time and they were like, oh, I think you might have to go through the gift shop. Oh, wait, I think you can leave it here. Oh, go to Bell Services. And I'm like, guys, it really isn't that big of a deal. People get deliveries and send things all the time. Not that serious. So I finally get someone to take the box and then we're like, okay, do I need to call you for UPS pickup or you're going to handle it? No, we got it. Just give me the box. So me and Dan had like no confidence that this box was going to get to us. And then a couple of days go by and the tracking isn't updated. So I gave it time. I waited till Monday. So I didn't see any tracking move on Monday. So I called and they brought me to Bell Services at Kidani. And the person had literally no idea what I was trying to tell them. They're like, oh, we'll send it back to Amazon. I'm like, you have no idea what I'm saying to you. Like, this is not an Amazon thing. And then like, okay, please hold. So it's like I kept being on hold for 20 minutes to come back for him to like say something that made no sense. So I'm not trying to be rude, but can you put someone on the phone who knows what they're talking about? And then he goes, yes, I'm sorry, I'm new. And I'm like, no, clearly, like it's fine. I'm not like trying to be a jerk, but you don't know what I'm saying, and I just need to talk to someone who knows what I'm saying. So he moves me to someone else. I'm on hold forever. And then they're like, well, we don't see it. Okay. Find out where it is then. Because they told me that the packages don't get picked up from Kidani. They get moved from Kidani to Jumbo. So I'm like, did it make it to Jumbo? Did it make it a UPS? Is it sitting somewhere on a golf cart between Kidani and Jumbo? I'm like, you guys have to help me out here. And so like that person wasn't helpful and I had like no faith. Then they escalated. They sent me to somebody who's the front desk at Kidani. She's like, hey, I was just briefed on your situation. I'm going to work on it. Do you remember what the person looked like, who you dropped it to? So I was giving her a description. She's like, okay, well, I just checked the log and this is who worked there on that day and this person fits the description. I'm going to go call them and see if they know anything and I will call you right back. So I was like, okay, good. They put someone on that's going to handle it. She actually calls me back 15 minutes later and tells me that she knows that that person did drop it off and checked the log to see who they dropped it with, but the person she dropped it with isn't working and she won't be able to give me an update on that until the person comes back to work in 2 days. But she'll take the tracking number too and she'll check it. I'm like, okay, I just want to know that it went out, or I just don't want it to be left in a back room or something. And she's like, no, I'm on it. I'm definitely on it. Then she's like, I'm not going to be here tomorrow, but I have my colleague will call you first thing in the morning, regardless. Don't worry about it. Like, we're going to get to the bottom of it. I'm like, okay. She ends up calling me back an hour and a half later, but I was putting the baby down and leaves me a message. She said, hey, I know I said that we would check up tomorrow, but I did run into someone who had lunch with that person. And he said that he saw the box get put on the track and went to Jumbo for sure. Definitely went to Jumbo. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I talk to the person at Jumbo and that my colleague will call you in the morning and let them know what they said. But I really don't think that the box is here. I really think it did make it a UPS, and I will continue to check your tracking. Like, she did not have to do that at all. And then I checked the tracking in the morning and it was already on my way here. So the tracking was delayed. And she said sometimes with UPS, they don't update the tracking until it's moving. So she's like, I really think that that's the situation, but I'm still going to make sure that my colleague calls you in the morning and we track it. In the morning, I got the call from her colleague. Again, the follow-up was just amazing. And when they called, he was like telling me whatever. And he's like, I just tracked your package and it actually says it's like out for delivery today. I said, yeah, I saw that. But I just want to say that the person I spoke to, her name is Madison. Just going to say it. I said, she was great. She didn't need to follow up so many times. And he goes, yeah, I actually personally gave her a cast compliment. That's on our end, on our internal end, because she was very much like left notes for everybody and said, please make sure you follow up. He's like, she took down your reservation number and everything from your trip. I said, she did not have to do that. I was already expecting a call from you in the morning. I didn't need her to follow up again. So I just want to say touche. And he's like, yeah, no problem. He's like, no problem. She really did great. You can also leave a cast compliment if you want. So I did. So it was like a crappy situation, but she just really just put my faith back in Disney. So
I love the
That's
costume.
above and beyond. That's
Yeah.
so nice. That's like amazing customer service. As like someone who works in customer service and deals with the public every single day,
yeah.
she was amazing. That's awesome
Night and
that
day
she
from Saratoga.
cared.
What
Right?
happened?
Night and day from Saratoga.
Yeah. But anyways,
Either
let's get
way,
to our wonderful fun topic.
I love that there's a cast compliment option and that they make it so easy now. So
Yes.
kudos to those
Yeah.
amazing cast members that we love.
Yes, it was just especially after talking to 3 people who literally had no idea what I was talking about, and one of them was, and I'm gonna say this too, was so absolutely rude to me
Mm,
that I asked their name because they were being so unbelievably condescending that I wanted to punch them in the face. Like,
mm.
yeah, I think we already told you that it's not here. So you can try back later. And I'm like, no, this is not acceptable. So I'm so happy that it got escalated to her because it was, and you know what? I thought when they moved me to somebody else that she was also going to be snippy because everybody was getting more and more annoyed with me. But no, she was like, we're going to get to the bottom of it. She was on it,
Oh,
you
that's
know? So I'm really happy restored my faith.
yes. All right, so this week's topic. I'm excited for it.
Fun
I think it's going
topic.
to be so fun.
Not child related at all. We're
No,
still
this is a
fun. We're
fun
fun
one.
moms.
Back to our
Yeah,
fun topics. I mean, they're all fun, but these are our what if ones.
I
I feel like we
know.
needed a break of talking about the kids, especially after our last episode. It
Yeah.
was heavy conversation. It was like we need something light and fun
Yeah.
to bring
That's
back.
true. That's true. Light and fun and something that just involves us alone with
Yes.
no children.
Where we're
So,
probably
our
gonna argue over either we're gonna have
Probably.
the same ones or very disagreement.
I have two because mine might be a cop-out because I feel like everyone feels the same way about one of mine. So I have like a number 2 in case. But it'll be fun. We'll all have good
We'll
times with
have
this one.
fun. All right, so introduce
All
it.
right, so our topic is
Yes.
if we could stay overnight in a land at Disney World for one night, what would it be and
Any
why?
land, any park.
Yes.
All right,
Okay.
let's hear them. Who wants to go first? I'm really excited.
I'll go.
Okay.
Go.
Okay. All right. So I'll do the one that I think is like an of, but I want to stay at Epcot
What's that?
World Showcase. I would want to spend a night at World Showcase. And I want to eat everywhere. And then I'll take a break and ride the Frozen ride, because you gotta have a break. And then I'll like go to another country and I'll eat some more snacks. And then I'll go chill with the cabaneros
You have a
with
lot
more
of
drinks.
options there.
So many options.
I actually didn't
So
even
many
think
options.
about one.
I could see you
Really?
just like
I didn't.
carrying like double fisting school bread.
And you
Skipping down.
could have all of the table space. You won't even need a garbage can dining.
Nope.
No, so much table space. And when I want to take a nappy naps, ready for this? The rotunda in America.
That's it.
So
That
much
was what I
space.
was thinking.
Also, what is more boring than America, right?
Mhm.
We don't
It'll
need to
be
visit
great.
America
Isn't there
when
a
we live
show?
here, so it's fine.
Isn't there a show in America too? Can't you like just go sit in that seating? There's a
I
show,
think they
right?
Yes,
sing.
yes, and there is a show.
There's a show,
Well,
right?
no, I think you're right. I think there is a show or some. I know there's definitely an exhibit, which will
Yeah.
put me right to sleep.
I get
I think
Hall of
it's George
Presidents
Bush's
and
artwork
the
or something like
America.
that.
I get the Hall of Presidents in America thing confused because they look the same in my brain when I'm recalling them because they're both boring.
Right.
Because they're
Yeah.
America. Happy 4th of July. Happy
So
birthday.
yeah, I mean that's where I'll take a nap. Clearly,
Yeah.
right? And then I could walk over to France
You can get some
in the
school bread.
morning.
All the school
Right.
bread. I still have not gotten school bread, by the way.
I didn't get it this trip either.
Yeah, you guys didn't get it on our girls'
No,
trip. I
I
was
didn't
shocked.
get it. I have not gotten it. I don't know what is wrong with me.
We had great intentions too, also, and just it never happened.
When I was in Norway, I wasn't hungry, and like that's the kind of thing like you need to eat fresh. You can't like save it for later.
Yeah,
Are you going
I
to
also
the
don't
sushi
like
place in Japan?
No, I wouldn't eat there. Do you want to know why? Because the
Why?
world is my oyster. I'm going to La Cellier for free. I'm getting my delicious steak. Okay,
Oh, that's
there's so many
sushi.
options.
Sushi.
That is true, but
Oh wait,
also
I know where you can sleep.
Monsignor Paul. Come on, guys! It's one
I
night.
would.
No one's asking me for money.
I think I would still choose sushi.
I would yeah, sushi,
It was
100%.
so good. That was
I'm
the best
sorry.
sushi I've had. But
It
I
is really
forgot.
good sushi. You know what? I do like where your head is at here because sushi, when you're done, it doesn't give you the nappy naps, and I need to keep
No.
going.
You gotta just keep going.
So,
But okay, isn't there? I have not seen it. I've seen photos of it, and I think it exists
mm,
for you to sleep over in the UK. It's still World Showcase, but it's over. I think that Winnie the Pooh has a room, and it's Christopher Robin's bedroom, and I'm pretty sure there's
It
a bed.
is.
So pretty
It
sure you
is.
can naps there.
oh
Pretty
my
sure.
gosh, you just found me a
Yes.
bed
I
in
did.
World
Yeah.
Showcase. Thank you, Jen.
Here.
Thank you.
It's like all the way behind. Like you have to walk behind.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Here I thought I was going to snuggle on one of those log cabin benches in Canada, and here we are. I got a bed.
Got you a bed. See? Done.
That sounds like a great night, honestly.
That sounds fun.
Right? And fireworks show.
Mhm.
I'll just be chilling, double fisting. I got my school bread. I got everything I need.
A very good
And
option, and I'm sad I didn't think of it. I just automatically
This was
thought of
Andrew's.
mine and I
it was
stopped.
like, I thought there was like no way that you guys were going to be like, of course, World Showcase. Come on. I thought you were going to be like, you have to come up with something else that doesn't count.
No, that's a good one. I like that one.
No, it's a good one. Andrew's picked that when I hypothetically asked him. He was like, World Showcase. And he literally named like a lot of your same reasons. So
Yeah,
I'm like,
those are very
okay, that's a
good.
good one.
Thank you,
That's a
Andrew.
good one.
Thank you.
I did not go that route though.
What route did you go?
I was gonna say Pandora because I think it looks so
Oh.
cool at night.
I'm
And
so surprised you picked Pandora.
Right?
But
Yeah,
go
me
on.
too.
really, I know because you guys
Yeah.
left mine, but that's why I don't know. So
You never go to Animal Kingdom. This is why I'm like, you
I
want to spend
hate
the night
Animal
there?
Kingdom. Animal Kingdom is my least favorite park in
I
all of
know.
entirety. But I love Pandora at night. And if I'm going to spend the night somewhere, I want to go somewhere that's cool at night.
It is
And
beautiful.
my biggest gripe with Animal Kingdom is that it closes before sunset, so I can't see Pandora at night.
That is true.
Yeah.
It's so frustrating.
So where are you eating? What are you eating?
That like I can't pronounce it. The quick
Really
service.
canteen.
So good. You get that drink that you
That's
got,
perfect.
Nicole, the slushy with the
Oh
boat.
my God, that was so good.
So good, right? Like I have my plethora of food. I can fall asleep on Navi River Journey. Psh. That thing's so boring, but it's like quiet, and they like lull you to sleep with the music.
Right.
Yeah,
It's got that like firefly, like, sleeping outside on your lawn on a summer night kind of
Wednesday
feel.
on
It's nice.
Fantasia has a pet. I can have a pet for a night. Ride on Avatar. I don't know. It just seems so cool. It's like such a fun little area that I feel like there's lots of nooks and crannies that we can like play around in. I would spend a night there because
Also, because you can. Also, there's like they like pipe in the sounds of like night creatures, if you
yeah,
will, like crickets and
yeah.
stuff. It'll be so soothing.
I know. I just feel like it transports you to another world, and it just seems so cool. So
It's soothing until you hear the roar of the lions from the safari or something.
I know. I just when I'm there, the lions escape.
He is in Pandora.
I'm just
Okay,
in
he's not
Pandora.
in
Maybe
Animal
they're
Kingdom.
loud.
Pandora is not near Africa
I don't know.
in the map.
You think I'm worried about my journey being ruined by like Figment singing his song over and over
Yeah.
again? No. Okay, this is our dream. This is our ideal situation.
Isolated just to Pandora. I don't have to worry about manifesting it's tough to be a bug or anything like that. All the horribleness that is of Animal Kingdom that I don't like. I just like Pandora.
Well, not what I thought you would pick.
Not at all.
Now I'm kind of regretting mine because I just thought of something that I would have probably liked better than my original one.
I feel like I know what you're gonna pick, and if it's not it, I'm gonna be shocked.
Like
I'd like to hear it.
should I tell you my one that I thought of all week until
Yes,
like this
yes.
very
Tell us
moment?
your
Yes,
plan.
yes.
And now
the
I'm
original.
switching. I'm
And then-
100% switching. So I thought about all week if I had to be somewhere and ride the rides, eat the food, I would stay at the land pavilion. I could just hang on Soarin' all
Oh.
day.
That was my second.
I could
Because
just
you
drive. I
also
love
eat us
living with
living
the
in
land. Like
You got the
I
garden
could literally
grill.
just stay on that
You got
garden grill. I could
everything
hang out with Chip
there.
and Dale.
You can go
I could
sleep
sleep
on the
on all
land.
those benches in the air conditioning by the
Just keep riding the
Oh,
land.
you can sleep inside that house that's in the
I
ride
could,
and living
with
in the
the
land.
chickens. Right. I was trying to be
Where's the
practical.
religion?
Or like
Like a little bit practical. Every
that
ride,
was my
every like
second
row
one.
in Soarin'.
so this is not what I thought you were going to say.
But
Wait, so what's your next one?
sitting here, I'm like, why the hell wouldn't I pick Galaxy's Edge?
Yes, that's what I thought you were gonna say.
Like I could hang out with Kylo Ren all night.
Yes. I swore.
Excuse
you
me,
were gonna
Kylo
say
Ren's
Sorry,
going to
Andrew.
sleep. He
Okay,
had a really
wait.
hard day.
So
I could go find him.
So Galaxy's Edge and Pandora were neck and neck for me, and I was like, I could just eat Ronto roasters every meal, and this would be like, that's my favorite. I was like, but Nicole's gonna pick it, so I'm just gonna go Pandora. And you didn't.
Why didn't I pick this all week?
I don't know.
I'm like, wait a minute. I could ride Rise of the Resistance. I could go hang out with all of my favorite Star Wars
You
men.
are
I
the
could
Star
just
Wars
drink
girl
the
of our group.
drinks in Ogas. I could eat Ronto roasters.
I
Like,
know. It's
what the heck was I
the
Play with
best night.
lightsabers, build a droid. What was I thinking? That is
I
Guys,
don't
you
know.
do realize we do this every time we have a topic that we don't
time.
tell each other? We always say that we're going to pick each other's, and then we don't. And this has been like the ultimate. Wait, what? I am surprised that both of you picked what you picked. I thought Nicole was definitely going with Galaxy's Edge. I thought
That's why I
that
didn't
for
know
you. I thought Jen
100%
was going
now
to
I
take
am.
mine 100%.
I
I thought so
genuinely
too.
Main Street USA.
That would have been a good one though
on.
too, because
This is a good
Emma
one.
loves
You
a
were gonna
candy
pick.
apple. But yeah,
Right.
There's
so much to choose from. It's like I tried to be practical with the land pavilion, like air conditioning, there's sleeping areas, fun rides. All right. But then I'm like, wait, what am I thinking? In my dream world? I'm going to hang out on Galaxy's Edge. Please. What am I thinking?
We should have just picked one for each other and it would have been better. We know each other better than we
whole
know
other topic.
ourselves.
Next podcast.
Next topic, friend. That'll be the next topic.
Be better.
All right. Did anyone have a grind their ears this week? Well, I do have one.
All right, let's hear it.
So, okay, I will.
Okay.
My grind my ears is that there's no consistency between the front desks in hotels. Because and as I start staying at more and more hotels, you start noticing that.
Yeah.
A little bit. Like, have you guys noticed when you stay at Boardwalk, they always have people outside of the front desk kind of greeting you and asking you if you need anything?
Yeah.
I don't get that at every hotel.
I very rarely stay at other ones except from when I was with you. It's the point where I know the cast, like I've seen the cast members. I'm like, oh, I know you. Like I don't know their names, but like I've seen them because they're always at the front desk every time I go.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, I feel like every time I go to another hotel, I'm not saying like, oh, some front desks are better than others. It's just, it's not consistent. Like with the package, I've sent it so many times. It's never been an issue. But this time I needed tape to close the box. And they were like, we don't have tape. I'm like, you don't have tape. How do you have no tape? Like, what?
No tape.
Yeah, like you guys send boxes. What? It was just like it caught me so off guard because they just said, "No, we don't have tape." I'm like, "You don't have tape?" Yeah, no, the front desk doesn't keep things like that. That was literally what I was told. I said, "That's interesting because you guys send packages for Disney all the time.
Yeah.
So, can you find some tape?" And they come back with a tape gun and go, well, we have tape, but not a lot. So you have to bring the package to us. And I'm like, okay, well, that's two different things. Telling me you don't even know tape and then, okay, we have one, but you have to tape it for us. But I've done this with Old Key West without a problem. Went to the front. Sure, here's tape. Bring it back when you're done. Then hand us the box. Not a big deal. And I've done this with Boardwalk too. And they're like, yeah, sure. They gave me tape and some. Like, they're like, do you need one of, like last time I sent it out, do you need one of those sticky labels to put your like label in, you know, when you're, like they had stacks of those. Yeah, right. Like the thing to put your shipping label in.
I wonder.
So it's like,
I wonder if because Boardwalk's a convention. Oh wait, no, you said Old Key West. I was gonna say because
Boardwalk West is not a convention hotel.
Yeah, I thought you said Boardwalk because I know Boardwalk's a convention.
Right, because there was that inconsistency once. Remember, I sent a box down to Old Key West. It was what, $6? The handling
$6. I did the same thing with Beach Club.
We're charged what, 11? Yeah,
$10. $10. And it was the same thing. I said, no, it's $6. And they're like, no, that's for like Amazon packages. I said, no, it's not. I've done it before. You've done it before. I've done it every time. It's been $6. But Beach Club is a convention hotel. And they were trying to tell me that because the package doesn't get sent to them, it gets sent to a mailing room and then brought to them, that it was $10. And I just didn't have the time nor the energy to fight with them for $4. But it was the exact same charge, like a handling fee, that it is every time you get an Amazon order, every time you drop a box at Old Key West, anywhere else. So it was the same exact wording, but they charged me $10. Old Key West charged me $6. This one has tape. That one doesn't. I'm like, guys, we need some consistency at the front desks of all of their hotels. That's my grind my ears. That's where I'm going with. I am very happy with the service that Madison gave me, and it like they were fine and everything was great. But I'm starting to notice, starting with that package, which I'm glad you mentioned, that there have been inconsistencies at front desks.
Actually, the first time I sent the package was we stayed at Art of Animation, and it was still only $6. Then when we stayed at Old Key West sent package, $6. So yeah, it's very weird that, is it different rules per cast member or is it different hotels?
Remember
like,
when we were trying to buy something? I was trying to buy like the DVC shirt. The one cast member tried to tell me I had to be DVC to buy it. And it was very important. Then I showed my thing. I'm like, that is not accurate. That is not true. Please don't tell that to people. That's an annual pass holder thing. It's not a DVC thing. And she was like, no, I need to see it or you can't buy that. It's like, guys, consistency here.
Yeah, that's like when we bought it, the annual pass holder discount was more, but because it was a DVC item, she wouldn't take the like
Annual pass
percent off
holder.
for annual pass. She only took it
Mhm.
off for DVC, which whatever, like I don't freaking care. But it was just funny the way, I guess, I don't know. My grind my ears is just mostly to do with what I picked my land for is I can't go to Pandora at night to enjoy it.
It's a good one.
Like, it's frustrating. There was a point when Animal Kingdom was open later, and I understand that they have to shut it down for like, the animals and stuff, but I wish that maybe they could just keep Pandora open, or if they had like, I don't know, something where, because in the summer the sun sets later. So like I'm sure in like the fall, 7 o'clock isn't as bad and you can kind of get around it, but Pandora is best viewed at night. So either open up Pandora for just like a evening only and Pandora or something. It's just a shame that they made such a cool land in a park that can't bring that attention to it.
They do these after
Yeah.
hours all the time in
Yeah.
other parks. Like they
Haven't
can
seen it
do
there.
an after hours in Animal Kingdom and won't be as many people.
Yeah.
You don't have to do the shows that are outside that disrupt the animals, but then you can enjoy things like Pandora and Flights of Passage with no lines.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know?
I wish there was something that they could do. I mean, they used to have that like water show, and like I get why they can't do things at night, but we were saying Pandora's right by the entrance too. Like when you go in, it's like the first one off of Discovery Island, I think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Don't go to Animal Kingdom at all because there's nothing there for me except, so I don't really know it well. I get lost every time I'm there, but I think it's right there. Like I don't like, and you go by Tiffin's, right? It's like Tiffin's is like signature dining. They have a lounge. Having that whole area like just like sectioned off, and it's easy to section things off. They do it during fireworks. They do it during extra magic hours when they don't have those areas. They start closing things down with World Showcase. So I
Right.
feel like it'd be cool if they
Which they
had like,
do.
yeah, even if it was just like once a week or I don't know, once a month, whatever, an extra magic hour, moonlight magic, whatever it is, just so you can experience Pandora at night, even just to like walk around. I feel like they are missing out
Yeah.
so much on like people coming into the parks. Like you can sell park tickets for those extended evening hours where you're just going to Pandora, and I'm sure people will buy it because Pandora or Avatar is a really popular ride. And if you have just Pandora and you have other things, they have food and activities always at all those things. So I don't know. I feel like it's a good place that they're missing out on because it's so
Well,
cool.
how cool
Right.
was Galaxy's Edge at night?
Yeah,
How cool.
that's what I keep thinking too,
Amazing.
because we were able to go to
Mm-hmm.
Oga's after the park technically
Right.
closed. So if they did something like that with Tiffin's, where Tiffin's is open later, and you can still just, even if I could just wander around Pandora, even if they're not having any of the rides open, it's just so cool to look at because the Imagineers did such an amazing job there, and I
Such
feel
a
like
good
their
job.
work is just not being appreciated because I personally think Pandora is meant to be viewed at night. Like that is what it was
Yeah.
meant for. I think Galaxy's Edge is made to be viewed at night. Those are the best photo ops. There's so many cool photo passes you can get in Galaxy's Edge, the lightsabers, and I don't know. I just feel like they're missing out, and I wish that we can enjoy it more because I want to show my kids that they haven't seen it yet because we don't go at night because they're closed.
Yeah. That's
Right.
a good one. That's a good one. And with all the things that they do, these after hours for everything and like extra exclusive tickets is like the new name of the game. Add that. People will eat that right up.
Especially if you add in food, you're paying for a dessert party kind of a thing.
Dessert party.
Yeah.
Right.
Like instead of fireworks, you get to like hang out in Pandora. Here's some food, here's some entertainment, ride the rides, and give me $200 because that's probably what it costs.
Probably.
Yeah.
$197 plus tax.
Yes.
No,
Yeah. Hit it, Nicole. What's your grind my
um,
ears?
I know I just have a lot of gripe with character experiences. I really do. So here, I'm gonna just poop on Hollywood Studios again today, like I did last week.
Oh my gosh.
All right. So last week I was complaining about the Toy Story characters not being out, not being in air conditioning, not being enough variety. I'm doing the same with Star Wars characters. I can only meet Darth Vader, Chewbacca, or BB-8.
You can't meet Ray?
She walks
No, she
around.
walks around.
It's not an official meet and greet.
Yeah.
So she'll come
Mhm.
out and like, I don't know who else comes out of there. I've only really seen Rey and Chewbacca
Yeah.
come out of the Falcon.
Yeah.
Kylo does his little stage show and whatnot. He kind of walks around with the stormtroopers, but like, why can't we just have a little meet and greet
Yeah.
where it's like a Visa card holder one where
Yeah.
we can like switch in and out characters or just
I
something
totally
more,
agree.
something more for Star Wars fans.
Especially
Because
since Star Wars Launch Bay is probably one of the best places to meet characters.
right,
It's air conditioned, it's lovely, and you can bring a stroller in there.
and it's
Hot
so
tip,
quiet,
you can bring a stroller in there.
right? So it's
Yeah.
and with like Mando and Grogu. I met him once, literally was walking. Somebody saw my lightsaber shirt that I have and was like, "You like Mandalorian?" I'm like, "I do." He's like, "Follow me." And I'm like, "Andrew, I'll be right back." I just made a friend. And they like walked over, but that's so hit and
Yeah.
miss to meet him because
I've
he
never
picks
seen him.
you. Like
Right.
he does not there's no line. You kind of just stand around, gather
Yeah.
around. He'll pick you, talk for a couple seconds, take a picture, bye. So
And
we
it's
need
hit or
more
miss.
options
Yeah.
for
Well,
Star Wars fans.
maybe now that the Star Wars hotel is closed, they'll make something there. What I think they need is a table service where you can have
Right.
character dining with those characters because you're air conditioned and you're guaranteed interaction time. Like I am a personal favorite of character dining. Ellie will beg to differ. You get it all right there. They come to you, you get the food, air conditioned, no
Oh
line.
my God, that's such a
Right.
great idea
It
because
would,
it's like also Star Wars nerds that are like 55 years old would also like
yeah,
eat that crap right up.
I know.
100%. I'd be like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go eat by myself.
And
Like,
Right.
we can have a
that
whole
is such a great
episode
idea.
on what they should do with the Star Wars hotel because I have ideas.
Listen to us,
We should have that
Disney.
episode.
Manifest.
Star
Manifest.
Wars
Manifest.
character
What
dining.
they
Let's
do?
go.
How to reinvent Star Wars hotel because it's big. Like it had
Yeah.
Yeah.
significant amount of space in there. So I don't know. I have lots of ideas with that, but I agree.
I know that was your second like issue with characters, but I agree too.
I know. I'm sorry to be harping on the character thing. I won't have one next week, but we meet characters with the kids and
Yeah.
I like it. It's all of our pictures usually besides castle shots. So,
Yeah. No,
yeah,
I agree
it's a
with
big
that.
thing.
Yeah, because Charlie's getting into it now too. He
Yeah.
loves Baby Yoda. That's what he calls him. Baby Yoda. All he wants is Baby Yoda. He has a stuffy Baby Yoda. And he asked me if he can see Baby Yoda. And I'm like, dude, I will try, but you have to hunt him down. I feel like that was a good topic this week. That was fun. I was not
It
expecting
was
a lot
fun.
of those answers. And
I
now
know. And now when I go to sleep, I'm going to think about all these other places that I should
I know
stay
where you would
at
rather be
night.
instead of
Right.
your bed tonight. Oh
Yeah.
my
My
goodness.
snoring husband, and then just as I fall asleep, then the baby will wake me up. It's like,
Yep.
that's why you have to constantly be booking another trip
Always
and
be.
sprinkling pixie dust on your everyday life, folks. Things like this.
Uh-huh.
Did anyone have to sprinkle some extra pixie dust today?
Oh, you want to hear mine?
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Send us home, Jen.
When you are sleep deprived and ordering groceries, as you always do, and your children are obsessed with bananas, so you buy 5, but instead of buying 5 whole bananas, you buy 5 bunches of bananas, and you now have 25 bananas to sift through, and your children decide they don't like bananas anymore. And you personally hate bananas. Sprinkle some pixie dust on that. Maybe turn it into some banana bread or
We make some banana bread.
bananas.
And freeze it. You'll have it for a while.
I made some frozen bananas, dipped them in chocolate. I have so many bananas.
Sprinkle some pixie dust on those bananas.
On it and send me some rest. Have a good
All right,
night.
and as always, before we say goodbye, guys, like and subscribe. Please listen. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, whatever floats your boat. We love you guys.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye, guys.